Hi, I'm Justin, and I'm the owner and operator of Northern Ferry Customizations here in Ferry Township in Oceana County, Michigan. And I would like to show you what I do. I'd like to throw my hat into the community of creators, home print shop, sticker makers, t-shirt makers, things like that, and show you what I do and maybe help you guys along with your projects and your endeavors as everything moves forward in this country. Little background on me: I was a refrigeration technician, dealing with industrial ammonia refrigeration in our agriculture here in Michigan for almost 10 years. Um, During the COVID, uh, whatever you want to call it, uh, I continued working for quite a long time until I felt like that type of work was no longer for me. Um, Things were different. Let's just put it that way. Um, so I decided to be a stay-at-home dad. And once I was home with the kids, and my wife is still working, she's CNA over at a local nursing home. I decided to do something from home. Why not? If I have a little bit of spare time, might as well try to make a dollar and make people's ideas come true. That's like one of my favorite things in the world is making other people's ideas a reality for them. Not everybody has vinyl cutters and printers, wide format printers, sublimation available to them locally or even on the grand scale of things. And I do everything here at the shop. I recently just moved downstairs. As you can tell, this is all unfinished. I have open stud walls right now. Hope that doesn't bother y'all. I do have like a sheet hung up on the wall a little bit in one spot that you're gonna see. That's just to break up the studs right now. I will be putting up drywall and redoing some of the electrical down here. But as of right now, this is what I got. This is what I'm working with. So you utilize what you have available to you at the time when you do a small business at home. It's just the way it goes. And I'd like to share with you what I can do and answer any questions you have if you are using the same equipment as me, same software as me, and learn along with me. So let me show you the shop a little bit. So over here, we have my cheap Chinese press. It costs like 200 bucks or something like that, maybe less. Um, does the job. It's got all the paper on it right now, and it does its job. I have a cheap laminator I got from Walmart. That thing is junk. Don't buy that. Um, Random tools, old chest that my daughter covered with stickers back in the day. And those are my primary tools for shirts, and most of my vinyl stuff is up over there. Over here we have my uh, Cameo Pro, Silhouette Cameo Pro. I utilize this for vinyl cutting and stickers. I don't use the Silhouette blades. I use just a regular cutting blade. I can always show everybody how I do that if they're interested. It took me a while to figure out. There's only a handful of people who talk about that online. Um, Still have my auto blade over here just in case. My measurements for using this. All in all, this has been a great machine. It has its own quirks, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into understanding how it works, but it works really well for what it is. And Now I keep all my vinyl and all my sticker stuff in a tool cabinet, plastic cabinet on wheels, so it can be brought out. I got a bunch of HTV in here, shipping supplies, vinyl, everything from dollar store, which is great for masking stuff off for paint. And I have my Oracle 651 on the right. I'll go more in depth later. And down here I have all my printable vinyl, different options for customers, because it's always good to give them different price points. Some people don't want to spend as much on printed stickers as others. Some have different applications. Almost all of this is printable vinyl. So that's that. Moving over from the Silhouette, I have my Epson 2850 over here. I have this set up for sublimation. It utilizes printer's jack UV ink or anti-UV ink. Very happy with it so far. Does exactly what it's supposed to do. Epson is an amazing company. I love their stuff. Almost everything I own is Epson now. Yeah. Um, I have my computer desk right here, which is old drafting table I've had since I was a kid. A couple of extra blades, screwdrivers, things that you need for around here when you run a small print shop. And over here we have my large format printer. It is an old Epson 7600. It utilizes the pigment inks that Epson has for this antique. It still runs the original inks. Does an awesome job. Stuff stays on the paper where it's supposed to be. And this is a photo printer. So it's not the fastest printer in the world, and it's also like 20 some odd years old, so it's definitely not the fastest in the world. But the quality of prints that it can put out is just absolutely amazing. You probably can't even tell from the being on a computer screen, but they are awesome in person. I should have gone over this earlier when I first showed my vinyl. But when you offer vinyl for signs and for even the windows of cars, you want to have a really decent quality vinyl. And it's only because you want it to stay. I mean, you can use dollar store vinyl, it won't stay very long. It won't adhere to your window correctly. It won't last the weather, especially here in Michigan. So I have always been a fan of Oracle vinyls. Oracle 651 is what I use for my vinyl and in my vinyl cutter. Uh, it I have this white in 24 inch. This is one of my most popular colors, obviously white on black. A lot of people have tinted windows. Its contrast shows out really good. This is Oracle 651 sign vinyl. If I can get the tape undone. I bought this in a 30-yard sheet. It has a blue backing, so when you weed it, it looks really nice. It's a lot easier to see the contrast on this than what it would be some other vinyls. Um, use that in my Silhouette. I also, for smaller stuff, I utilize 12-inch. I have multiple different colors. The reason I use 12-inch for smaller stuff and for window decals, if I'm not doing something large that I need more of, like if someone orders 12 of a certain vinyl, I can put that 24-inch roll in and set it up just to cut them all out. Real easy, simple, and then I can cut them out individually and send them to the customer. Uh, with 12-inch, it's a little bit easier for me and for the customer to eat the cost of vinyl, which isn't super expensive, But even then, you don't want them paying for you having to cut a 24-inch roll when you have a 12-inch roll around that fall in the same price for you, and it's easier replaced, easier found, and has a cheaper cost up front. At least to me, it does. Um, so I always keep 12-inch rolls around of multiple colors, and I offer white and 24-inch cuts, and I've used that for rear semi windows, all sorts of different things. Um, so yeah, always offer a good product to your customers. That's a good point. Something that's going to last 2 or 3 years, and that's all I got for you today. Yeah, you want to know more about what I use my silhouette for, what mats I use, excuse me, uh, anything else about my sublimation, anything at all that you've seen here, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.